Garrett with layups.
The show can't start until we crack open a bottle of Revelton. Whether it's their crisp, clean vodka, the bold spice of their rye whiskey, the rich smoothness of bourbon, or the original honey whiskey that started it all, every pour is a taste of craft and passion straight from the heart of Iowa. So pour yourself a drink, settle in, and get ready to relax, laugh, and enjoy the show.
Hey, it's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media, and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
Red and gold on the edge of the sky, feel the rumble, hear the battle cry. Out in Ames where the storms ignite, we don't back down, we rise and fight. Jack Trice's his name, yeah, it echoes strong. A story of honor still marches on. Through the rain, through the pain, through the fire we roar, 'cause we were built to thrive in the eye of the storm. Feel the ground shake, hear the crowd roar. Cyclone power, can't take no more. Legends rise, this is our norm. We stand tall in the sigh of the storm. There's a cyclone blowing on the outskirts tonight. Jack Trice shakes when the team takes flight. Milton's rocking, hear the magic call. We rise together, we'll never fall. Feel the magic you can't deny. Marcus Sparks are taking off straight to the sky. Brick, big play, Kirby making history. When the moment gets tough, that's a cyclone way. Through the trenches, through the lane, through the heat, through the rain. When the storm comes rolling, we embrace the fight. 'Cause the cyclones strike when the time is right. Feel the cyclones strike when the time.
All right, welcome back to the Side of the Storm, where we talk all things Cyclones. We are live from the AKC Marketing Studio with Andrew Downs and sponsored by Revelton Distilling Company out of Osceola, Iowa, and styled by JJ Boutique in Johnston. I'm Dave Larson here with my Storm Team partners and Cyclone greats, Snooky's bodyguard himself. We call him Mr. Vintage, Brent Big Play Curvey, and the legend himself, Marcus Pfizer. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
What up? I've never been nobody's bodyguard.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
Shit, it's absolutely too late. The way these three ACLs set up, I'm not. If you're not one of my seeds of my wife, hey, you probably not getting guarded.
I ain't going to work for nobody.
Man, not happening.
Well, we are back live here on this Sunday evening, and finally the curse has been broken. We've been able to beat KU for the first time in 4 seasons after 3 consecutive losses. Did you not know that?
Yep.
Oh, it's been grating on me for the last month. I mean, all season long. You know, actually, since we left Kansas City last year with that loss, it's just been bothering me something fierce. So finally beat KU 38-14, and really it was a thrashing there on senior day. The Fighting Curvey was in town. Little Malachi was there, Brent. That was kind of cool for you to see, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was crazy because I kept getting dude walks up to me because I had a KU jersey on and had the last name on the back. The guy walked up to me. He was like, wasn't there a Curvey that played here 2 years ago? Looking at me dead in my face. I was like, yeah, it was. Like 20 years ago, I think, man. Is that kid out there? I was like, yeah, I think that's his son. He's like, yeah, that guy was an ass kicker. I was like, let him know.
So I was looking from my way. I'm going, okay, there's the KU section. Where's Brent? Where is he? I was looking for you, and then you showed a little video so I could see, and I kind of thought that guy in the red, I thought, okay, that's something Brent would do. He would at least wear red, but no, you were there looking Mr. Cool. That's like a GQ look at Brent Curvey.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's kind of chilly. It got hot though. What? Maybe the second half. I take the jacket off. But, you know,
that's the
man.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a beautiful day. I think the high ended up being about 65, which this was the first time I think that I can remember where we didn't have one of these awful cold games where you had to wear 12 layers and thermal and the heated vests, and it was a really beautiful day.
Yeah, I was prepared
man.
for all of that too. Had hand warmers in my pockets, had layered up, and I was like, I don't think I need the long johns. We'll be all right. But I was ready to lock in. Had a beanie in my pocket. We were gonna stay warm today.
Well,
It
it
was
ended up
good.
being warm for all of us with the Cyclones coming out ahead 38-14. And really, that first quarter drive that opened up the game, I was we're of course on the infamous text chain, and just something about Rocco, he looked like a different cat. He had a little bit bounce in his step and this was before the touchdown pass where he just was carrying himself. I don't know. I felt like he was carrying himself a little bit different in how he was carrying out some of his the runs, the passing plays. He looked like a different guy from the onset of that game, and it showed out in his play. Thoughts on what you guys saw?
Yeah, I agree, man. I thought he looked like he was ready to play. Kind of looked like whatever funk he was in, he had shook off. Looked a lot more crispy. You know, some of his throws and his reads was getting the ball out quick. So it looked like they had a good little game plan, man, and they came out and executed. But Rocco looked confident like his normal self. That was the confident Rocco that started the year. So, you know, we have lulls, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be on all the time, and it happens with everybody. So maybe that you know, he had his little funk, and now he's snapping out of it.
Well, and Coach Campbell sort of alluded to, I think it was the press conference on Monday, that maybe he has been fighting something. Yet we haven't really heard much in terms of seeing Rocco on any injury reports or anything like that. So we just had a feeling that maybe something was bothering him particularly after that massive hit at Cincinnati that really knocked him out of that game. He just hadn't seemed to play. I wouldn't say he knocked him out totally, but he didn't seem like the same player since that game. But the old Rocco's back, and he looked fabulous this week. So Iowa State opens up the half 17-0. KU had a drive that brought them within 10. Iowa State responded, put them up 24-7. KU came back with another score, and really the Kansas started to drive again. But then that Marcus Neal interception on that north end zone area, that pretty much sealed the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
They couldn't
big time
stop it.
defensive play.
Sorry, Marcus. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, that was a big time defensive play. I mean, you know, once you feeling the way you're feeling, it's KU. It doesn't matter if it's basketball or football. You know, we always get up for that program and things of that nature. But once you feeling the way you're feeling, got that good feeling offensively and defensively. You know, you make plays, big time plays. Big time players make those plays, and you know, like you said, Rocco came out extremely focused. I mean, he's a football quarterback, so something is going to happen during the course of the year where he's not going to be 100%. You know, I hear on the TV all the time they mention it, and Brent mentioned it all the time. Like, what is it, like 99%? You know, chances that somebody is going to get hurt, especially playing football. So you got to think about the fact that, you know, long season, something is bound to happen in practice or whatever the case may be, that guy's going to be banged up. So, you know, coming off of, you know, the win that we had the other week, and to come home, you know, to get that W is real big.
So Rocco ends the day 18 for 23, 241 yards and 3 touchdown passes. 2 of those to Brett Eskildsen. I continue to slaughter that name. Blah, blah, blah. Eskildsen had 6 catches for 73 yards in those 2 TDs. Carson Hansen looked absolutely wonderful.
He did.
22 rushes for 120 yards and a touchdown. That offensive line, though, they look really good this game. And I felt like when it was 17-0 at halftime, they could have just run the rest of the game, squeeze that ball, and that was really the ball game. What did you see there, Brent?
I mean, I kind of saw the same thing. They were kind of dominating them on that side of the ball. wasn't a lot of pressure. There wasn't a lot of movement. They were kind of doing what they wanted to do. I mean, there was maybe 2 or 3 maybe negative plays, I think, with in the run game. So, and those are kind of on blitzes and, stuff like that. But I think the O-line played really well, established the run early. So, made it easy for those guys. They opened up some big gaps in the run through. So did a good job, man. Like I said, this is hopefully a new trend, and we're headed up. I know we got one more, but hopefully get us an SEC team, and we keep this type of play.
My favorite statistic out of the game, my favorite was no drops. We have been hit with the dropsies the entire season, and this was the first game. I didn't see a single drop pass.
Yeah. Look good, man. Sowell was on. Look good. Caught a couple big passes down towards the end. Couple deep passes he did solid. Look good.
Xavier Townsend did not play, did not dress. I'll be curious to see what they say about that and why that occurred. I meant to listen in on the post-game show and press conference. I did not, so I'm not sure if that came up as a discussion point. Cyclones were 9 of 16 on third down. That's been an Achilles heel in the last during that 4-game losing streak, and 4 of 5 on fourth down, which is an incredible number, and an even bigger number. Time of possession, 39 minutes. Iowa State controlled that ball. I mean, it's kind of hard for Jalen Daniels to do much when Iowa State's the one controlling the line of scrimmage, controlling the ball.
Well, yeah, that's big time. I mean, that's what you want to do. When you control the ball, you can control the tempo and, put guys in places to run the clock. And, the name of the game, the object of the game is to have more points than the other team. And if you have that and you can control the ball, then that's all we're looking for. Being able to do some things, spread it out, not ground and pound for the rest of the game, because we're going to need to be healthy for the rest of the season. So once the game was in our grasp and our grips, that just continue to walk it out, get the W, like we mentioned before we got on the show about the Browns and the Raiders. Once they felt like everything was was in contention, just win the ball game and go into the next week.
Well, I was thinking Cowboys Eagles, but you can talk about Browns in Vegas.
Cowboys Eagles a little bit entertaining for sure.
Well, and you talk about getting dinged up. We did see Carson Hansen come out of the game for a bit with some sort of lower leg injury. Did return, but we saw a lot of young guys playing. So Sama came in and ran really well. We saw some Dylan Lee play, and we also saw young Aiden Flora, the dynamic kick returning phenom, come in and run for that late touchdown too. That was a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, he looked good, man. It's like just lightning in the bottle, right? He's always one of those playmakers that just pops out. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like his first rushing touchdown either, right? Didn't he have one last year?
I'm not sure.
Got in late, maybe, or
he might have. Yeah, he might have last.
I feel like he did something, but he's just like that type of guy. Like he fully takes advantage of his opportunities. And that's something I was stressing with my son. Like, man, talk about a dude that takes advantage. I said, look at Flora. His number gets called, he's ready no matter what it is. So that's always super dope to see. So I'm happy to, see the success he's been having too.
So as a Cyclone alum, Brent, as a dad, how was it sitting in the enemy territory knowing that your team is on the other side? What was that experience like for you?
It was unique. I think Mac's mom was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, I'm cool. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm cheering on my son. So obviously I'm a fan of him. I'm clearly a fan of Iowa State. But yesterday was about him for me. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope to see him outside. And, it's a lot of kids' dreams to play D1 ball. And for him to go to a rival school and, and kind of bear the last name, I was like, shit, you better make a play then. And I said, because I made a bunch of plays here. So if you want to, have any shot of saying anything, you got to do something. But it was dope to see, man. My chest was poked out a little bit, but it's like
as it should.
Yeah, there's a combination of all the hard work and all that stuff he put into it. It was like it was cool. It all came full circle to see him out there. So it was dope.
So Rocco ends.
I was
the
doing
day
a
as
juicy
the-
wiggle though.
You did?
I
Oh,
was like, shit. They was like, what is that? So some of the people started rocking with us too. It's like, I would be all right. They're wrong with it. But
that's
cool.
fantastic. Rocco ends up being the 10th player in Big 12 conference history with 9,000 passing yards, 60 passing touchdowns, and 19 rushing touchdowns. So good job out of him. That's kind of a fun little statistic to see. And Cyclones next play in Stillwater, another 11 o'clock kickoff against the and whatever they are, Okie State. They have not won a conference game, I think, in 2 seasons. So it's really rough for them, but they've been playing well the last 2 or 3 games.
That is weird to me, though. It is so weird to me to see a team that has had a lot of success over the years, a team that's in the same state as, their biggest rival, OU, to be going through what they're going through right now, especially doing it like we know the money that OU has, and I'm sure this is the same state, the same oil tycoons and all of that. Something has to happen. They gotta throw some money into their program, because for them not to be winning any conference game in football, come on, they got to do better than that.
Well, and I kind of thought, when we were sitting down at the beginning of the year, just doing some predictions about the season, I thought this was either going to go in one or two directions. It obviously went in the wrong direction, but I thought this could have been a bounce back year for Oklahoma State, but not to be at all.
Man, he didn't bounce nowhere.
Yeah. So that ball was flat. It wasn't no bounce.
Had some Tom Brady balls that it was deflated a little bit.
So the Cyclones do have a lot to play for. So we're now 7-4 on the season with a chance to go 8-4, and even 9-4 with a bowl win. And this would be just the 6th season in school history for the Cyclones to get 8 wins. Half of those have been under Coach Campbell. A lot to play for, and a chance for a 9-win season, which would be huge. Yeah, this would be the 4th season that Iowa State could win 9 games, and 3 of those would have been under Coach Campbell. One, of course, was under Coach McCarney in the 9-3 Inside Out Bowl season in 2000. The other 9+ win seasons for the Cyclones, of course, last year, and then the 2020 season that ended up in the Fiesta Bowl. So a lot to play for with 2 games left in the season. But more importantly, this game also saw the return of Sainedo.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of talk about this even before, and as soon as they came out, I think that the text chains were just going nuts. Twitter was going nuts because the university had put something out there, and we thought, is this for real? Could this really happen? And sure enough, it did. It ended up being an absolute. I love the look. It really tied in well. A little bit of nostalgia, something that the fans have been screaming for, and there it is. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's a lot more. It's sleeker without the ISU, across the middle.
Yeah.
Which I mean, my era was the first one, but I mean, it looks really nice. It looks a lot cleaner, with the red and the red jerseys, with the red logo. So I think it flowed really well.
And you had the stripe down the center of the helmet too. I thought that added to it.
Yeah.
That's the logo. How we say like the Buckeyes and the other teams, Michigan, to do with the little stickers. That's the little logo that I think we should be, looking to do. The little stickers on the helmets for whatever those guys do it for. I mean, I guess great plays or whatever the criteria is for it. But I think that's what we should do with like just that little small logo like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I like that.
That'd be dope.
That's a great ad, Marcus.
Yeah.
Helmets are a little bit different now. There's so many different helmets. Like I don't even know what's like Pat Mahomes' helmet look like it's that big, and then you got other guys' helmet that look as slim as a lemon or something. It's like, what? Hey, But they're cool though. Like I said in the group chat, like I would literally put that on and drive around in my Ram truck with it on, especially on game day.
There you go. I agree. I love that.
I wonder how much one of those helmets cost.
shit, about $400.
At least about 400. Yeah, let me make a
See
phone
that.
call. I'll make a phone call. I'll make a phone call before I, look it up online.
Yeah.
And then go ahead, Brett.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah. Shit, look, make sure you put me on three-way when you make that call too, because I'm trying to hop in there.
Open that
Yeah.
schedule back. The
Sign
standings
us
back
all
up.
up.
Who opened the standings up?
So I hear the standings. So with
Okay.
we talk about a lot to play for. The Big 12 championship game is not for certain. Now the leading contenders, of course, are Texas Tech and BYU. Texas Tech plays West Virginia, which feels like it's a slam dunk. BYU plays UCF, which sounds like a slam dunk. But Arizona State and Utah still have life with a chance to represent the Big 12. Now, for that to happen, though, Arizona State needs help, and of course, Utah needs help. So Arizona State, of course, Texas Tech and BYU, if you win, you're in, right? Arizona State, with one of those other two losses, they have to beat Arizona. Arizona State has to beat Arizona, plus BYU has to lose to UCF, or Texas Tech has to lose to West Virginia.
Where's that BYU game at?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Because that can be big.
Yeah, you see, play spoiler, it'd be crazy. But I don't.
This makes
No,
for a
Utah's
horrible
playing Kansas.
podcast for those. Of course, everybody's now looking up on their phones or on their computers the schedule for next week. I want to say it's in Provo.
Mhm. If it's a Pro Bowl, it's definitely going to be a slam dunk.
For sure.
It's getting
So-
cold up there too.
Yeah, Utah plays at Kansas, and we had heard about that because we had a couple of Kansas fans stop by Shipley's tailgate on Saturday with the infamous Psy ambulance. Let's see here. BYU plays at home against UCF.
Yeah, so that should be a W for 'em.
Yeah. Yep. Still be
And for
straight.
those that are curious, that looks like an 11 o'clock kickoff.
11 o'clock. What? Oh, local.
Yeah, no, it shows 12 o'clock. I'm going. Well, that could be a noon kickoff then.
Hmm.
And it's showing that it's going to be on it's an ESPN2 game. So that would be fun to watch.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch in person, but Provo is a nice 6.5 hours jump from here. You get to Utah real quick, but it's
And
about
cold.
it's about 6 hours into Utah after you hit that state line,
And it's cold.
and it's cold.
Yeah.
I'll fly back to Iowa before then.
Well, we have the Iowa game coming up. Have you made any decisions on that?
Not totally yet.
All right.
Marcus Jr. gets to come home for Christmas again and all of that stuff that's going on. So this time of year, man, it's oh my goodness. We were in Walmart earlier today, $450. Just oh my God, bro. It's just incredible. It's incredible. And that's an abbreviated list. Like I tell my wife, like every year, the older I get, the more I don't eat. And I'm like, listen, what about pies? We don't have to have no pies. None of that stuff. Still $450.
So I have a solution for you on how to rectify that.
Wow.
Have your spouse remodel your kitchen for Thanksgiving.
Nah, she won't do that.
I kid you, that's what's going on in my house. Like I have no cupboards. I don't have anything. I barely
Was
have
that
a
planned, though?
refrigerator. It's a mess. My house is an entire mess going through this remodel. I can't find anything. I'm looking for a cup. I'm looking for a Revelton. I can't find. She has everything put away. and I rely on her to tell me where to find everything.
Oh my
'cause it's
God,
just
that's the worst.
going through the remote. Now, hopefully, it's better. We have cabinets by by Thanksgiving, but we just won't have any cupboards then, or excuse me, we won't have any countertop.
Was that
This-
planned?
This is Shipley's fault too, because he did a remodel of his. We were over there watching that Pop-Tarts Bowl last year, and he was showing us and got a hair up our butt. Oh, we should do that too. And now look where we are. Thanks, Chris.
Hey, at
So
least you
Utah-
can't host this year for Thanksgiving, so that's
Yeah,
not
I
bad.
guess not. Yeah, I guess that's good. So Utah can get in. Of course, the Texas Tech has to lose, and BYU has to lose. But then they have to beat Utah has to beat KU at KU, which KU fans really feel like that game's over. They feel like Utah's just going to come in and lay the smackdown on them.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then they also require Arizona State to beat Arizona in order for Utah to get in. So there's a lot of scenarios for some of these to happen, but Texas Tech, BYU, if they win, they're in, and that kind of ends all the scenarios right there. But then if you also look at that, when I had the chart up there, Iowa State really has a chance to tie for 5th place in the Big 12 conference, which is kind of what we thought might happen. So they've come a long way after, those 4 straight losses. Iowa State is still in the hunt, probably heading down. I've heard a lot of talk about Arizona being a destination for a bowl game. I think Cyclone fans would welcome that after spending the last few years either in Florida or Memphis. Can't say I'm a big fan. Probably need a little bit opportunity to go west instead of east this time. I think that would be
Just want
fun.
somewhere
Welcome
else,
by Cyclone fans.
Yeah. Let's go somewhere else. Because somebody said something about Memphis. I was like, bro, who wants to go to Memphis again? It's like, nah, we got to give ourselves a better chance of something else. I've had enough of Memphis.
Someplace warm.
Someplace warm,
go
very warm.
somewhere warm. All about it.
All right, let's take a quick time out. We'll hear a word from our sponsor. We'll come back on the other side, talk a little basketball.
Making great tasting bourbon requires the perfect combination of ingredients, conditions, and time. The longer it rests, the better it tastes. Revelton Distillery's new single barrel bourbon is made from 80% corn, sourced 100% from Iowa farmers. And unlike mass-produced bourbons, each barrel of Revelton's single barrel bourbon is unique, proofed on when it tastes best. As they like to say, it'll be ready when it's ready. And to ensure the highest standards of quality and flavor, owners Rob and Christy Taylor oversee the production and bottling. Every single barrel. Iowa born, Iowa aged, Iowa bottled. Try the new single barrel bourbon from Iowa's own Revelton Distillery. ReveltonDistillery.com.
Gentlemen, let's be honest. Finding the perfect gift for your wife or girlfriend isn't always easy. You want something thoughtful, stylish, and unique. And that's exactly what you'll find at Styled by JJ Boutique. Julia Bradshaw and her team strive to be your go-to boutique for casual, boho, and chic clothing and accessories, helping women elevate their style one piece at a time. Located right here in Johnston, Iowa, Styled by JJ brings trendy, high-quality fashion that boosts confidence without breaking the bank. So, if you're looking for a gift that says, I get you, instead of I tried, head to Styled by JJ Boutique. Because nothing makes her smile like feeling beautiful. Styled by JJ Boutique, where style meets confidence. Visit our Johnston location or shop online at styledbyjjboutique.com.
Whether you're fueling up for a big game day bash,
Tailgating this weekend.
yeah, what can I get
Big one. Give me a dozen jalapeno sausages and 6 each of the sausage and bacon.
Sweet. All right, we'll get your order right up. Or just trying to survive last night's party.
Bro.
What's up? Can I get you?
What do you got?
What do we don't got, man? We got big plate, sausage, bacon, egg, and cheese. We got the sausage. The jalapeno sausage is good.
one of everything, man. Give me one of everything.
It doesn't matter what kind of hungry you are, party hungry, hangover hungry, or just regular old hungry. Coach's Kolaches is ready to save the day, one delicious bite at a time. No one does it better than Coach. At Coach's Kolaches, it's all about the craft. Every kolache starts fresh, rolled by hand, packed with flavor, and stamped with a little extra love from Coach himself. No shortcuts, no substitutes, just real deal game-winning goodness. And if you're feeling a little sweet, we've got you covered there too, with hot, fresh cinnamon rolls and juicy made-from-scratch fruit kolaches that'll have you coming back for seconds and thirds. Swing by and taste the tradition at Coach's Kolaches, right off Hickman and 100th Street at 2700 100th Street in Urbandale, or call ahead at 515-802-6200. Whatever the game plan, start it with Coach's Kolaches.
You're muted. Dave, you're muted.
I'm unmuted now. How's that work?
There you
How
go.
did that happen?
Welcome back to
I
the
didn't
show there,
touch
Dave.
anything.
Good to have you
we're
back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. So we're back to in the side of the storm. Hey, one last football question. I got to ask. TJ Tampa had his first interception of his
Hey.
career this weekend. And do you allow him to keep that ball?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, whatever the plan is, you're supposed to. The first pick, you got to figure that out. Yeah,
Do you
got
guys
to.
have any balls or anything that you've collected over the years that have been special
Balls.
mementos of your career?
I don't even know if he catch on all the time, Morgan.
I feel like I've said something naughty and now I'm busted for it. What?
I mean,
It's the porn stash.
in basketball, they never gave me anything like at Iowa State. I scored 1,000 points. I didn't get 1,000-point ball. I think that's something that you mostly see on the pro level. Football may be a little bit different because different feats like that are rare. Some I think it was a guy who got drafted in the NFL this year that didn't have an interception in his whole career, and he was like a high pick, and I think he was like a cornerback or something like that. It was weird. It was real weird. So getting an interception is a high feat and things of that nature. So I don't necessarily know how it works in football, but no, in basketball, maybe it's something they do now. You break an assist record or something like that, but scoring 1,000 points, I guess, for me doing it, it was just something happening.
So you don't have? Did you get a ball for 1,000 points?
No, I don't even remember when I scored my 1,000 point. I would have to look it up if I could look it up. We talking about over 25 years ago, but I literally do not know when I scored my 1,000 point because it was just, I know it was during Eustace era and he was everywhere, so things like that didn't matter. But
So you didn't keep the ball that you dunked over Chris Mims.
no.
Brent,
No,
what about you?
we played with that ball the next game, probably. probably rolled it out in practice the next game.
Brent, you had some infamous touchdown. Like, did you keep any of those balls at all, or
we don't keep
awarded a game
those.
ball?
No, I mean, I got a couple game balls from Iowa State, collegiately and stuff like that. But just one of those after the game that give you a little, it's a white ball.
Oh, it's not the
Trying to see
ball.
if I had any, but yeah, it's like a white ball, and then they put letters on it. It's like, oh, this is blah blah blah. Player of the game, you had these stats, whatever. So I got a couple of them, but it's 20 years, so the numbers are falling off, and it's just a white ball that's got player of the game. It's about it. It's everything else don't matter. But yeah, I got a couple of them.
Yeah, we never got any player of the game balls.
Because I think it'd be great if you kept that ball, Brent, that you could then have Joel Klatt sign when we have
That would have
the
been
show.
phenomenal. Should send it to him like, hey, sign it beside my collection. Marcus, so my AI told me that you scored your 1,000th point against Nebraska, February 12th, 2000. That sound
There
right?
you go.
February 12th of 2000.
Yeah, that's what it is. When did you finish?
So
You
junior
I
before
finished
that.
in
season,
2000.
That's probably about right. Junior season. I mean,
Hmm.
Addie Brown just scored her 1,000th point, and she's in her junior season, so that might be about right.
But I scored 800 points in my junior season. So
So that's
I don't-
probably at the top of the year.
Yeah, it could be the beginning. No, but
Good.
you said February, right?
You finished with
Yeah, it's
1,800 points. You finished with 1,800 points for your career, right? At Iowa State.
I don't know.
Easy shit up, man. Yeah, whatever.
I just showed up.
Because you left your
literally-
junior year.
Yeah, I left after my junior year. Yeah. Had I gone 4, obliterated it totally.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, 100%. But no, no one said anything against Nebraska. Was that a home game? It doesn't say.
Don't say. Let's see here.
It doesn't say. It doesn't matter. We won the game because we, Big 12 we only
Yeah,
lost
y'all-
to Colorado and Oklahoma.
68.
So
9.
they may have been on the road. That was a pretty tough game, but we still won it. But no, really don't know. Would have been nice, but hey.
Yeah.
Well, if someone
That's
had
all right.
that
Everybody
ball
knows
out
you
there,
did, Marcus.
Freddie
Marcus
probably got him practicing with it. Man, if that ball is still around 20 years later, like, come on now.
Yeah,
My NBA draft ball don't have the signatures on it anymore. It's like a Best Buy receipt. Best Buy receipt. You buy all the electronics and stuff, and you have the warranties. And man, I took some stuff back one time and opened up that receipt, and I'm talking about it's just blank. See, y'all got to do something about these. Y'all got to do something about these receipts, man.
you still got this
That
the
invisible
Dick's
ink on
Sporting
there.
Goods sticker on the side of the ball.
That what?
Still has the Dick's Sporting Goods sticker on the side of the ball.
I don't think they get them from Dick's, do they?
No, I don't. No. Maybe the commemorative ones they do, not the game ones.
Possibly.
So women's basketball, I was up there again today. Boy, what a good team. They improved to 7-0 on the season. They beat Drake earlier in the week in Des Moines, 87-60. Really was a blowout. Today they beat Mercyhurst. Interesting game, 24-24 tie at the end of one quarter, but then the Cyclones went on a 47-9 run, and that was pretty much the end of that game. So it was close at first. Audie, it was interesting. Audie went down early with it. She tweaked her knee on a bang play, went back to the locker room, came back out, ended up with, I think, 27 points. But it was interesting observation that when she went down and was laying there, the crowd was as silent as I have. It was interesting. We just had the injury with Bramer at the stadium, in Jack Trice Stadium. It was deathly quiet. It was just as quiet in Hilton Coliseum when Audie went down, and you just thought, uh-oh. Now, she did get up. She did come back. She should be fine. But kind of a scary thought to see a player like that go down. Now, interesting, though, that I was sitting there thinking, injury to Audie, what does that do to the team? What would you envision happening? And maybe it's hypothetical we don't necessarily need to go through. But at the same time, I kind of thought, you know what?
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. But I really like this team with or without Audie. Clearly, they're a great team with her. But there's still a lot of talent that's there that I think the team would look differently in what they do. But if anything, there's so much athleticism behind Audie with Elisa Williams that would be coming off the bench and Lily Luleo that I still think that there's some talent there that yes, the team will look different, but I think they would still have a really good dynamic team without Audie. What are your thoughts? Am I crazy
It may be
thinking that way?
It may be a little, downfall a little bit. Tougher schemes for the team to play. But well, we know the talent that Coach Finley always gets in and year out. So, will we much rather have her 100%? Again, knock on wood that nothing like that happens, and even this injury is not that severe. So, she continues to have her stellar play. I don't know who do we say we face next. Maybe sit her out a game because what's the point? This early on in the season, we just got to keep rolling the way we are.
We have some time. So they play Marquette on Black Friday down in Florida. I want to say St. Pete.
Wow.
Fort Myers. There's a small, I don't even know if it's necessarily a tournament, but they call it the Coconut Hoops Classic. Coconut Hoops that they play Marquette. So I think that'll be a good game, a good measuring stick for the women. I'll come back. I love this team. I think they're really talented. I love all the parts of how they fit. They're gelling. They look good. They are constantly passing. It's just they're making their shots. Maybe the one area that I would have a concern with would potentially be foul trouble, which you're going to have that with every team. And if they're not making shots, which again you're going to have that with every team, but everything's there. You got the big center down there that can score at will. You've got shooters from the outside. You got drivers. They play really good defense. They were out pressing against Mercyhurst today, and I haven't really seen that out of a Fennelly team. They were a lot of fun to watch. So, well, Iowa State women improved to 7-0. The men, they play tomorrow against, tomorrow's the St. John's game, and I took some notes on this one. 3:30 Central, so 1:30 for you, Marcus. They're playing there in Las Vegas. We'll be on True TV. So they play back-to-back. They play Monday against St. John's, and then Tuesday against Creighton. Both will be on True TV for those of you who are not able to make it. I did see that on Twitter that there seems to be quite a contingency of fans that are heading to Las Vegas for the Thanksgiving holiday. So this is that tournament, and we didn't talk that much about it last week, but it's a tournament where the university is being paid like $1 million for a win to be dispersed to the players or to the university for NIL purposes. So kind of an interesting, kind of an interesting format for that. And there's a lot of really good teams that are in this classic, and it's not a real tournament. So the teams that are in it, I mean, it's not like a traditional, I think it's a 16-team tournament that are playing it. What they're doing is the 2-0 teams, or any 2-0 teams, will play against each other for the championship game. The next 2-0 teams will play each other for the third and fourth place, and then they'll disperse the rest of the teams to play. So you'll at least have 3 games to play, no matter what. The question is whatever your point difference is going to determine whether you play in the championship or third and fourth place game, or if you play one of the other games. So kind of an interesting format.
Kind of like the NBA Kings Cup thing. In terms of,
I don't understand the NBA Kings Cup.
Well,
so.
it's basically the same thing.
I applaud you for it.
It's basically the same thing, except during the NBA season where they slate the games during the season. Everybody is not in the same place at the same time until you get to the point to where you see the teams who have the best records when they meet up in Vegas to, win it all. It's a format that's, teams have been playing over in Europe and overseas for years and years, and it's really, really big. Some of the championships, like, they regard those higher than, the end of the year championships, because, everybody's not going to win the Euro League, and everybody is not going to go to the Euro League championship. So they call them cup games. So those cup games are really, really big. And, it's catching a lot of popularity. You can get a lot more teams in it. You get a lot more fans into the arenas, because no matter what, if your team is there, they can go 0-3 or they can go 3-0. You're still going to be there supporting. A ton of concession is going to be sold, paraphernalia and all of that. So that's the biggest thing that they're focused on.
Brent, in your eyes, what makes for a successful tournament for the Cyclones? Do you think that we have to win 2 games, 1 game? I mean, so first game is against St. John's, game 2 is against Creighton, and then from there, it's really way too early to determine. But what for you makes for a successful trip to Las Vegas?
I don't know. I mean, giving ourselves a chance to, kind of play in that championship game, I think would be great. But I think winning the first 2 games is kind of the key. I think if in at least in 2-0, I think that says a lot. But
we better not go in 3.
well, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think a 2-win, starting there, I think is a good start for us, and then just kind of see where the cards land.
So I don't know if you can see this, but here are all the teams that are in this upcoming tournament.
Oh yeah, they gonna make some money this little tournament thing.
Yeah, I mean Tennessee, Rutgers, Baylor, Creighton, Kansas, Notre Dame. I mean,
Houston
these
is
are
in
all
it,
top
though.
20.
Okay.
Yes,
Oregon,
Auburn,
Gonzaga,
Alabama, who scores 100 points a game. These are
UNLV,
really good teams.
12 a.m. Oh, this must be Eastern time, telling, or like Central.
This would be Eastern time.
So that's 9 p.m. Oh, it's 9 p.m. here, but those are those tournaments that they're doing out here now on the West Coast, where like and then these games don't never go off at the time that they're supposed to. So 9 p.m. is going to turn to 9:25, 9:35, and it's like after midnight when you get out of those games. Like we used to take our high school players and stuff to these type games. Man, after that 7 o'clock game, Coach Fires are gone. Y'all can sit here all y'all want to. If the head coach you want to sit here and rub elbows with, like, I've been a part of this. I'm going home, go to sleep, man.
I'm getting my Revelton and I'm staying up. I'm watching some of these. This is some good TV.
Well, it's different. It's different being at home than being there. All up and down the stairs and all that different stuff. People talk. Well, I would much rather watch it at home.
Yeah, for sure.
That late, for sure.
Well,
man. Exactly. Not trying to be seen. Not trying to do none of that.
So it should be really a fun tournament. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
And this is a chance. We talked a little bit last week. Opportunity. We played Creighton in that exhibition game early on. No Taman. According, to apparently TJ had told Coach McDermott, hey, here's some weak spots. I want you to exploit it. Don't know if that's true or not, but this should be some really good test for us. And Brent, if we come out 3-0, I'm going to be so giddy, regardless if we're in the championship game or not. But to be able to beat 2 quality programs like St. John's and Creighton, and then whoever we face in that third game, that's wow. I think that'll say a lot about this program and what we should expect for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, I don't see too many of those teams on there to even be considered to be afraid of. It's early on in the year, but we know what kind of talent that we have on this ball club, and I think Josh is going to play extremely well being at home.
Oh, that's a good call out there. Good incentive. And TJ's coming back. Of course, he was head coach of the Running Rebels for what, 2 years, 3 years?
It's like 2.5 years or something like that. Right at 3 years. It went by fast.
So one thing that at today's women's game, that they ask the players a question, they record it, and then they'll play it during the game. And today's question was, do you have a lucky charm? So I'm going to ask the same question of you, Brent. Do you have, when you were playing, did you have a lucky charm?
I had some superstitious things that I would do. It was more habitual for me, but it wasn't a thing I had in particular, but I'd always go sit down at a certain spot on the field. And it's one of those I kind of talk yourself into it. Like, I started in high school and I'd sit at like the 50-yard line in high school, and I'd sit there like, this is the last time I'm going to my ass. And nobody's going to put me on my ass. So it was just one of those, put myself in the right mind space. But I mean, other than that, no, man. I just had pray with mom and pops, or pray with moms or pops before the game. That's what I do with my son now. That's been it. It's the only thing I've ever really done. No
Very cool.
lucky socks, no shoes, no. I mean, it was at this point it's time to get active. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing I could control with luck. So,
how about you, Marcus?
For me, no, nothing. The only thing for me was just like I just always had a strong pet peeve about how my ankles were taped and just the secureness of my feet. You know, if that was off just a little bit or whatever, then I'm worried about my playing my game. So I would get taped, cut it off, retape multiple times until it felt right. I was definitely a high top. We got a lot of players now that wear these low cut shoes. I remember. I think it was my rookie year. MJ was sending me shoes, Jordans and stuff to play in, and there was some the Concords, the patent leather white Jordans. They were low top. And we were in Orlando, and the equipment manager brought them down, and they bring a couple of pair of shoes, and man, those shoes was looking so nice, real nice, low cut. Got my ankles taped. Man, I had the worst first half ever, man, because it just didn't feel right. It don't feel right. I took those shoes off at halftime, and there's actually a trading card that's that's out in circulation or whatever of that game. You can't see the other team, but I know it was that game because it was those shoes, and that's the only time I wore those shoes. So, so for me, that was the only thing. Like I just that was the one thing that just had to be, if it feel like my ankles aren't secure enough. I don't know if that's a superstitious thing or anything like that, but to me, if my ankles weren't right, then that's why we tape for shoot arounds, tape for practice, all that stuff. I had to be taped. My ankles had to be secure because I'm down low. There's a lot of rebounding. You don't know, guards sliding feet up under you and stuff like that. So for me, it always had to be the proper ankle tape. And if somebody take me wrong, that person ain't taking me no more. No more.
Hey, that's one thing I did do too. I'm with you on that one. Like it was nope, you'd have the student for Iowa State or wherever, but it was the student trainer. It was
Cole.
Yeah, it was either Cole or Shannon. It was only two people that touched me.
No, man. Hey,
it was like, I got you. Hop up here. It's like, y'all go ahead. Y'all can hop in this one. Cole got like 6 people ahead of me. I'm fine.
Exactly. Appreciate you. Otherwise, no.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, that's it.
So 2 obvious questions for you. Do you still have those Jordans? And what size are they? Could Brent and I maybe fit into them?
No, they're size 18.
I'm thinking of you, Brent. See?
I have no idea what. I wasn't. It was just a great. The greatest of all time. We trained together for years and years. For my first year and my second year, then the next year he came, he was playing. So just to be around him and then to have the honor to have shoes sent to the facility for me to play in and stuff like that. That was just a great. But I've never been like I'm not what they say a shoe head or a sneaker head, anything like shoes break down. They do what they're supposed to do, and I got on beach thongs right now. I'm not really a big shoe guy like that. It just is what it is. So even if I had those shoes somewhere, I mean, they could be at my mom's house in the store somewhere because I didn't play in them anymore. I'm sure I just wore them around or whatever afterwards. But chances are somebody probably did something with them.
I'm sorry, Brent. I tried.
And they're size 18s though. So
that's 18. I know Marcus got some shit. I wear some 14s. I ain't nowhere near as tall as Marcus is. I already know.
My boys wear 14s. Like Junior got some Jordans and stuff everywhere in there that he half-ass wear, put on and whatever. But even my boys are the same way. They hoop in the shoes and the rest of the time they got on slides.
Yeah, that's how it go.
All right. Well, congratulations to the Iowa State men's cross country. They finished 3rd place on Saturday in the NCAA. So
Oh, wow.
Congrats for them. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. And then tomorrow night, Brock Purdy and the 49ers take on the Carolina Panthers on Monday Night Football. So
We going
we've
for
got
400.
this is going to be a good
You
week.
say he's going
of
for 400?
that
400.
and all this
Go for
basketball going on.
Let
Like
it go,
this is a
bro.
great week to plan. Get yourself some Revelton and sit in front of a TV and go buy some merch from AKC Marketing and do your shopping. Go buy from Style by JJ up in Johnston. Stop by Coach's Kolaches, and you guys are set for the week. I'm telling you
Hey.
right now. And then do your kitchen remodel right before Thanksgiving. That way you have to go somewhere else.
I don't know who at AC Marketing need to check their DMs, but I sent them a message probably about 2 years ago about my slip and fall, my Slip Guardians company, about doing some advertising or just different things, and nobody ever got back to me. So
all right, well, Chris will follow up on that. And hey,
he sure will.
guys, it's been great. We're heading here into Thanksgiving week, and
Yeah.
I just want to say thankful to be friends of yours and to be able to share the stage with you. And thanks to everyone else for joining us again. We really are very appreciative of everyone that joins us each week in and out and post messages on our boards here as we're doing the live feed. And we really appreciate our sponsors. Again, Revelton Distilling Company. Seriously though, go stop by Revelton in Osceola, or they're right off the interstate. They're in pretty much every store throughout Iowa. And for those of you who are outside of Iowa, you can go online and order. They deliver to, I think, 42 states now. So you could still get your fix in there, and maybe do some Black Friday shopping online, or some Cyber Monday shopping through Revelton. Stop in at Style by JJ, visit with her. You see online Chris Shipley is going through some, he's lost 70 pounds, and now he's got a big event coming up. So Julia Bradshaw is taking care of him, making sure that he's looking slick in time. And she also did some wonders for Bill Blank. He's one of the hosts of the Bill and Willie's Workshop, that is also a Three Beards Media podcast, that she's done some wonders for him as well. And again, we want to thank our studio sponsor, Andrew Downs and AKC Marketing. So guys, it's been good. We're almost at the end of the trail here for the football season, and Cyclones have a lot to play for on Saturday. So with that, I'll let everyone go, and go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones, baby.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
There's a cyclone brewing on the outskirts tonight. Jack Tribe shakes when the team takes flight. Hilton's rocking, hear the magic call. We rise together, we'll never fall. There's a cyclone brewing on the outskirts tonight. Jack Tribe shakes when the team takes flight. Hilton's rocking, hear the magic call. We rise together, we'll never fall. CYCLONES, Cyclone Nation, we